Hey, what's up guys? It's me Morp again with another video, and for today's video we're all about creepy, disturbing, and weird mangas. Yeah, those kinds of mangas that gives you, weird nightmares at night and those kinds of stuff. Yeah. So if you haven't seen my other manga recommendation videos yet, I'll be putting the links down below. It features isekai, OPMCs, romantic mangas, sports mangas. And yeah, I'm still new to YouTube, so yeah, please do those YouTube things like channel to my subscribe, like, comment, share, yeah, those kinds of stuff. So it'll help me out and I'll really appreciate it. And yeah, we're on the road to 2K subscribers, so yeah. So here we go. First up is we have Oritama. After a night of drunken revelry, 19-year-old Kota Sato decides to relieve himself near a seemingly secluded temple. Meanwhile, an angel is attempting to seal the queen of the underworld into a holy ball with his bow. Unfortunately, he misfires, trapping her instead inside of Kota's unwritten balls. The angel departs, leaving Kota a dire warning. If he fails to resist ejaculating before the end of the month, the queen will be released and mark the end of the world. For the lustful Kota, such a commitment is easier said than done. On top of using any means necessary to resist temptation, he must also guard himself from advances made by Ellis, a lesser devil who would resort to drastic measures to free her queen. In Oritama, the fate of the entire world rests upon the improbability of one man's chastity. Next is we have Starving Anonymous. It's a day like any other, and high school students Ie and Kazu are on the bus home from school when suddenly it floods with a mysterious gas. The pair pass out and wake up to find themselves aboard a truck packed full of human bodies. They're surrounded by rows of frozen corpses and a staff of living human beings sewing them to pieces. Where are they and how can they escape from this nightmare? Next is Onani Master Kurosawa. 14-year-old Kakeru Kurosawa is an antisocial junior high school student who looks down on his classmates, but beneath his superiority complex is a hopeless young teenager who uses masturbation as a pastime. Using erotic thoughts of his female classmates as stimulus, he locks himself daily in a seldom used girl's bathroom at school to do his dirty deed. One day during class, Kurosawa witnesses the popular girls bullying the timid Aya Kitahara. Although not one to be riled over such matters, he decides to deliver retribution with his own hands. In a daring move, he steals the uniforms of the bullies and dispenses his white justice over them. Although satisfied with his exploits, Kurosawa's troubles are only just beginning. While going about his daily routine, he is suddenly confronted by Kitahara, who identifies him as the culprit behind the uniform incident and blackmails him into terrorizing the other girls in the class the same way he dealt with her bullies. Left with little choice, Kurosawa agrees, and thus begins a coming-of-age story that deals with consequences, bullying, and people's ability to change. Next is we have Battle Royale. Every year, a class is randomly chosen to be placed in a deserted area where they are forced to kill each other in order to survive. Initially believing to be on a graduation trip, Shuya, Nanahara, and the rest of the Shiroya Junior High's Class B find that they have been chosen to participate in this game of life and death known as the program. Waking up to the realization that they have been quarantined on an island, the 42 students discover that they have been fitted with metal collars, which will detonate if certain conditions are not met. In order to obtain freedom, they must slaughter everyone else by whatever means necessary, and the last one standing is deemed the winner. As each member of the class heads down their own path, Shuya makes it his goal to get off the island without playing the game in order to put an end to this madness once and for all. Next is ES, Eternal Sabbath. Ryosuke Akiba calls himself ES, a codename taken from a mysterious scientific experiment. Ryosuke will live to be at least 2 centuries old and possesses strange mental powers. He can enter people's minds, discover their darkest secrets, even rearrange their memories so that complete strangers will treat him like family. Ryosuke acts not out of malice but for survival, wandering Tokyo for reasons known only to him. No one recognizes him for what he is until Dr. Mine Kuyo, a determined researcher, meets someone who challenges everything that she knows about science, ES, possessor of the Eternal Sabbath gene, but is he the only one? Next is I Am a Hero. Insecure 35-year-old Hideo Suzuki is forced to work as a mangaka's assistant when his own series fails due to low sales. As he struggles through a mundane life plagued by hallucinations, he comes to realize that his relationship with his girlfriend isn't that great, suspecting that she may be cheating on him with her ex-boyfriend. After confronting her about the possible affair, however, Hideo feels bad about his intuition and decides to visit her house to apologize, but the world as he knows is about to be overturned. At first, not much seems to have changed, but he soon realizes that society has become a living nightmare, as the horrifying reality of what is taking place around him finally begins to sink in. So up next is we have Hiroyu Kyoshitsu. 6th grader Sho Takamatsu is a troublemaker who refuses to grow up. However, one fateful day, his world is turned upside down, forcing him to quickly mature or die. When Sho arrives at school that morning, an earthquake of mysterious origin strikes and the campus is teleported to an empty wasteland far removed from society. Not only do Sho and his peers face an immediate crisis of food shortage, they must also contend with other problems including new dangerous external threats and rising conflict among the student body. With the adults having a hard time adjusting, Sho finds the immense responsibility to quickly adapt to his new dystopian reality, a heavy burden on his small shoulders. Next is we have Happiness. Makoto Okazaki is an unpopular high school student who is frequently bullied by some of his classmates, being forced to act as their errand boy, but his life drastically changes one night when he is attacked by a mysterious girl who plunges her teeth into his neck and begins drinking his blood. Upon satisfying her craving, she offers Makoto a simple choice, become like her or die. When he wakes up in a hospital after his encounter, Makoto is unable to deal with the blinding bright lights and finds that water cannot quench his growing thirst. Next is we have Ibitsu. While taking out the trash one night, Kazuki Ito sees a dirty girl in a gothic Lolita dress. As he passes by, she asks, "Would you have a little sister?" and Kazuki affirms that he does. After a few more encounters with the strange girl, he realizes that she has gained access to his apartment and has begun stalking him, intent on actually becoming his little sister. So, what does this mean for Kazuki's real sister Hikari? If the local urban legend about the demon Lolita is true, she will kill Hikari and take her place, but it may turn out that Hikari's supposed fate is preferable to what the Lolita has in store for Kazuki. And so lastly is we have Uzumaki. In the town of Kurozucho, Kiria Goshima lives a fairly normal life with her family. As she walks to the train station one day to meet her boyfriend, Shuichi Saito, she sees his father staring at a snail shell in an alley. Thinking nothing of it, she mentions the incident to Shuichi, who says that his father has been acting weird lately. Shuichi reveals his rising desire to leave the town with Kiria, saying that the town is infected with spirals. But his father's obsession with the shape soon proves deadly, beginning a chain of horrific and unexplainable events that causes the residents of Kurozucho to spiral into madness. And that's all for today's video, guys, and if you want more of these videos, please subscribe to the channel again, and I'll be putting our social media links at the end of the video. So yeah, see you guys in the next one.